There's going to be a lot of things that now happen in his life with his children, and as he grows that are probably external from football. How does he deal with those? I believe he's got a good foundation to deal with those.
What is up, Chiefs Kingdom? Happy Tuesday. I'm Hayley Lewis, and this is Chiefs News Daily. A few former Patriots got a lot to say about Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Is the torch officially being passed to Kansas City? We're going to hear from some Super Bowl champs weighing in on the current reigning champs. Plus, more updates surrounding some injuries along with who spoke at Chiefs practice today. We're going to bring you the updates, the pressers now, but first we want you to give us a like and subscribe right here on the KCSN YouTube channel, and we will get into it. Well, the Chiefs are just 48 hours away from their preseason finale. Kansas City going to host the Chicago Bears Thursday night for their third and final preseason contest. Kickoff set for 7:20 p.m. Central Time at Arrowhead Stadium. After that, cutdown day is the main focus for players. By next Tuesday, so that is a week from today, on August 27th at 3 p.m. Central Time, all 32 NFL teams have to have their rosters trimmed down to just 53 players on the active/inactive list, 16 players on the practice squad. Now, teams are allowed 17 players on the practice squad as long as one is qualifying as an international player. So with the preseason roster trim just around the corner, players are really locked in on Thursday. Some players' last chance to prove that they belong on a Super Bowl caliber roster. Monday, head coach Reid shared the starters are going to be resting until the season opener, which is on September 5th, meaning don't plan to see Patrick Mahomes step onto the field this week. It's going to be all about those rookies and those reserves continuing to get their feet wet and potentially earn a spot. Same for the Bears. ESPN's Adam Schefter tweeting this out this afternoon. Rookie number 1 overall pick Caleb Williams and the majority of the Bears starters will not be playing on Thursday in their preseason finale versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Chicago has seen enough for now. All right, yesterday, Reid shared that 8 players would miss practice on Monday. Today, we learned 8 players again would be held out of practice, but not the same 8. Just one little slight change. Defensive end Truman Jones, who was absent Monday, he was actually working today, just kind of in a limited capacity with a knee injury. Now, joining the list, this is new, on Tuesday was cornerback Joshua Williams, who's dealing with a hamstring issue. Apparently, that happened during Monday's practice. Now, the other 7, exactly the same, who were absent on Monday. They include long snapper James Winchester, wide receiver Hollywood Brown, defensive tackle Chris Jones, quarterback Najee Johnson, wide receiver Jaron Hyatt, and defensive end BJ Thompson and Charles Omenihu. Chris Jones and Jaron Hyatt, as well as Hollywood Brown, all did not play in Saturday's game against the Lions. Their injuries pre-existing, right? However, Najee Johnson, Winchester, and Truman Jones all sustained injuries during the game against Detroit. Now, running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire, right tackle Jawan Taylor, offensive lineman Wanye Morris, and safety Brian Cook also did not play this past Saturday, but they did work during practice on Monday and today. Now, Omenihu remains on the PUP list, while Thompson also remains on the NFI list. Although the list that I just read off seems very lengthy, head coach Andy Reid did tell us yesterday that he believes all injured players, with the exception of Hollywood, are going to be able to play on week 1.
You know when you discover a new binge-worthy show or a song that you bump on repeat and you have to share it with your friends so they can experience just how awesome it is? That's kind of what it feels like when you discover Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. That's such an awesome deal, there's no way you can keep it to yourself. Friends don't let friends overpay for wireless. Say bye-bye to your overpriced wireless plan and switch to Mint Mobile. To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/KCSNCND. That's mintmobile.com/KCSNCND. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/KCSNCND. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
All right, let's get to the latest sound coming out of Chiefs practice facilities today. Today at the podium after practice, special teams coordinator Dave Toub, offensive coordinator Matt Nagy, defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo, and wide receiver Mecole Hardman. Kick it off with Toub, who shared the latest on James Winchester's injury and how the return game is going with the new league rule.
No concern that he won't be ready. I mean, he actually, he's a tough guy. he got it shot up at halftime and then came in. So, I mean, it was pretty, came back in the game. So, if we had a real game right now, he would do the same thing. But, regular season game. But this game, we can bring in a guy which, we like this guy that we brought in from K-State and, get a good look at him, I'm a little nervous just because of the yard start now. I mean, it's right around the 28, 29, 30 yard line. So teams might say, hey, we don't want to risk it and hit the touchback. You guys know what's going to happen. When we first designed this thing, we had it designed for the 35. It was the competition committee that came in, the coaches competition committee came in and said, hey, if we need to get out of a game, we just want to be able to kick a touchback without such a drastic penalty.
Up next, we got Coach Spags, who shared more on that backup cornerback positional battle and what he hopes to see out of the players on Thursday.
It's making it really difficult to decide which way to go. We got one more game. Some of these guys will play that are still fighting for jobs, but we can't say that there's a starting other corner right now, in all honesty. With change comes growth. I don't think there's any growth without changing, and that's what I was trying to convey to them. So some things that maybe we changed in the scheme, some things that they need to change in the way they do things to get better or to grow.
Now we're going to hear from the other side of the ball, OC Matt Nagy, getting prepared to face his former team. He shares his thoughts on that Mahomes behind-the-back pass that we saw last week and a little more.
I've been hearing Pat talk a lot about it, and we talk about him barking and never biting. I guess he definitely bit the other day in the game, and Kels had this particular route he was going to do. It didn't happen, and all of a sudden I looked up and saw he's doing it behind the back, and then Kelsey called it. I don't think people understand Kels not necessarily knowing where to go or what to do on that play after everything happened. He still caught the ball. I mean, that's not easy to catch when you don't know it's coming. So those guys are crazy, and I'm glad it was in the preseason.
Last, the Jet is stepping to the mic. Mecole Hardman sharing his wake-up moments in the NFL.
My rookie year, Jacksonville, first game actually, Tyreek got hurt, and I was going to get Jalen Ramsey. He probably don't remember this, but I think it had like a go route or something, and he was just on me. He was like, "Man, you ain't getting nothing today, bro." He's like, "You're not getting nothing." I'm like, "What you mean? Like, what's up?" Like, all right, And like that whole game, bro, the whole side, like he was just talking, bro. I'm like, I can't do nothing, bro. Like, I think he jammed me one time. I'm like, yeah, he's different. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm going to coach like, hey, don't look at me. I know. That's when he was like, that's when he was in Jacksonville. He was a problem. Like he was that one, So he's still good too. But like that Jalen was, shoot. I was like, yeah. But that next game, I went crazy. I think we had played the Raiders after that. I went crazy. Like so, I was like, yeah. I kind of bounced back good. But that first game was like, this Jalen Ramsey. I'm like, he just talking to me. I ain't think he even gonna say anything. He's like, you ain't getting nothing today. Man, he's like, that's locked up. Like, you supposed to be fast, you slow. I'm like, damn. Like yeah, but that's probably my wake-up moment right there. After that, I think I was good.
All right, let's check in on social media now for the latest surrounding Chiefs Kingdom. Like you saw at the top of the show, Tom Brady recently sharing his thoughts on the Kansas City Chiefs and QB1 Patrick Mahomes. Now, this is in a recent interview he did with Stephen A. Smith on his YouTube channel show called No Mercy. The future Pro Football Hall of Fame quarterback sharing his insight on why he thinks Mahomes is going to continue to have success.
I could talk about his physicals because you know why? When I look at him and I see why he's great, I see the way that he's endeared himself to his teammates. I see the joy they have when they're out there playing together. So I love when I see his rapport with his teammates, with his coaches, how he communicates after the game. I'm listening to the press conferences as much as I'm watching him throw a tight spiral. Because that's ultimately what that position is about. Yeah, it's about your ability to be physically gifted and run and throw on the move and drop his arm angle and read coverage and throw the ball deep. It's also about how the message you're creating every day to your fans, to your teammates, to your coaches, how you present yourself on the field, off the field, how you handle wins and losses. That to me is just as important in the development of a player. And I think the challenge that I see with him as he gets older, he's not as young as he was, and can he relate to the young players? I believe he will.
Alrighty, folks, that does it for another episode of Chiefs News Daily. We're wrapping it up here. As always, we ask you, give us a like and subscribe right here on the KCSN YouTube channel. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, and we will see you back here on Wednesday, getting ready for that Thursday preseason finale. Have a good one.